Damn, we're back.
Yo, this is more than back. This is like an upgrade.
I feel good, man.
Absolutely.
The space looks good. My energy's just nice in here.
And you and Amari are matching.
Yeah, shout out to Amari.
Hey.
Back in the building.
Amari's back on the podcast.
Hey, man.
Mayback
O. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
Young Kobe.
Big ups to the dog, man.
Yeah. It was, it's been a little bit of time. But, hey, man, I'm happy to be back. The vibe is always great. Absolutely.
It's been some time.
You know what? I think it's a little bit of a natural thing for me at this point.
Okay. I said he's a natural.
I don't know.
Do you consider yourself a podcaster now?
I think, I think I'm a little bit of a natural. I think
so he's
if I were to hop on to anything media.
So when you meet new people, you're being like, I'm a podcaster.
Definitely not saying that. But, I might mention sometimes that the Mayor's Office podcast is somewhere where you may find me.
You may find me is crazy. Omar, listen.
Come on now.
We always have a question in the social media rankings on this podcast. Omari's not at the highest social media rankings, but in terms of the fame rankings, Omari always talks like he's dodging paparazzi.
He's up there, man.
That's how it just flows out of him. Like he talks as if he's been dodging paparazzi for years, and they're wearing him down.
You have a specific aura about you.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You have the celebrity aura about you.
I appreciate it, guys.
If the four of us walk into a room, they're gonna just automatically think you're the guy out of all of us.
I've been friends with you for a long time because I love you, but mostly because I'm trying to just get famous off of your fame. You know what I mean? Like a little, like you're the Kim K. I'm just trying to be the Chloe. Like a little.
We've had these conversations,
which is crazy because that's me to Adriel.
So you're the +1 to the +1.
Yeah, exactly.
Omari's carrying a lot of weight right now.
Yeah,
Omari's following.
I'm just over here. Exactly. I'm over here just overwhelmed with all this love, man. Appreciate it, guys.
How's your new area? You like your new space?
You know what? I got a little bit more foot room, and I like the angles that I'm getting right now. That I see from Chris.
Kick your feet again?
Yeah, kick your feet again.
Right here.
I wish we could pan the camera over.
Chris, how you feeling, man? New studio, man.
Buddy, I'm feeling good, dude. Getting it dialed, the first mayor's office in here. Yeah. It's nice. Dude, I'm feeling good, man. Every time I walk in here now, it's like a whole new energy, a whole new feel. I feel more professional. Honestly, I feel like a guy out here. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think I'm moving differently.
Feel like a guy?
I don't know. I think I might be moving faster. I don't know. It's just something's different.
Chris, are you him?
I mean, I might be Hymmetry Neutron.
Jeez.
I might be.
Give it up for Hymmetry
Neutron is one I have not heard.
We have Worldwide West and Hymmetry Neutron.
Give it up.
Wow.
Ralph, I'm not going to lie to you. I think we did things wrong. We're on the wrong side of this.
Yeah, we got to switch it up. Change these faces.
Yo, Omari, should we start a podcast?
Yo. Send me the equipment. Tell me where to be.
I got you. I know.
I'll tell you where to be. Hey, we told Omari where to be, and that nigga was late today.
Whoa. Hey.
I won't say you're late. You got lost.
I was going to look. Exactly. The address was not updated on the link. And,
very true.
That's what sent me to the wrong direction.
To be fair, when we're on the phone, what did I say?
You said it was a new studio. But it could have been a new studio in the same location. You never know these things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here following, by the T.
Before we start and do our introductions, we're going to table that because that was the answer of someone who can get out of some tough situations. Okay? So we're not going to forget about that. But that was the answer of someone who has experience talking themselves out of some situations, for sure.
This is why you're a podcaster. This is why you're a podcaster.
So I got this opportunity, guys. That's why I'm here.
Come
Appreciate
on,
it.
man. Stop
Appreciate
playing.
Thank you,
I want to get into our regular flow of things, but because it is the new year, I just want a quick recap from the guys. I haven't seen the guys in a few weeks, you know what I'm saying? With the exception, I've seen Chris a couple times. I saw Adriel once in the new year already. But overall, as a podcast, I haven't really connected with you guys. The audience hasn't connected with you guys. So how's the beginning of the year gone for everybody? Let's talk about it real quick before we do intros.
It's been good. I've been mostly inside, honestly. I was saying this at Soul Series. Bridget had a Friends Miss on the 29th. Soul Series was on the 11th. I didn't go anywhere other than the grocery store or the gym between that time. And that's basically been what I've been doing. This is the first non-social time I'm leaving the house in a long time. So I just been home in the gym trying to eat right.
That's what's up.
Staying focused. That's it.
Getting slim out here, man.
I'm not gonna disappear. Don't worry. I got plenty to go. I'm gonna be here for a while, but we're working on it.
All right, though.
Absolutely.
What about y'all? What's going on?
Hey, man. I would say the usual stuff, man. Like, for me,
This guy acting like he's trying to make up an answer. Like, as if he doesn't know what he did.
I'm trying to pick through. I'm really trying to think back. I'm like, what have I really been up to? But, my birthday's in April, so I'm actually planning a trip.
Oh, big up.
For that time period. Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. So, it's really cool. It's off the west coast there.
Can't even pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's
it's beautiful. It's got some nice beaches, some nice scenery, some nice hotels and food, and all that stuff. So, what's up?
How's wife life? The people haven't been updated in a while.
Yeah, everything's great. Everything's great. As you can kind of tell here. We're planning trips, so.
Okay.
It's like that TikTok you see where it's like if you're dating somebody white, you're going on trips right away.
That's actually
you did send that to me.
Of course.
That's actually fun.
It is true, but I gotta say it's a great benefit here. We're getting extra stamps in the passport, so it's great.
If you needed any push to date white women, Omari.
You want to go to places you can't pronounce. Date a Caucasian woman.
This is crazy.
If you want to see the world.
This came out of Adriel's mouth, not
Hundo
mine.
P.
Adriel's mouth, not mine.
Hundo P.
We've got on camera here. So,
what about you, Chris? Outside of the new studio?
Man, I've been good. Outside of the new studio, mostly just been working, but trying to get back in the gym, trying to stick to my bike routine, hitting the bike every day if I can.
You're getting slimmer too.
I told you, man. I said I'm moving quicker, man. Dude, just trying to live better, be better. But honestly, I haven't been doing anything other than work in the studio. So my life's been boring. I did, watch the Cowboys lose the other day. So
are you a Cowboys fan?
Buddy, am I a Cowboys fan?
Oh,
There comes some pods with cowboy gear, man.
Oh,
That
buddy,
is
just terrible. Why would you choose that life?
Dude, the life doesn't choose you. I mean, you don't choose the life chooses you.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I understand. I'm a Lakers fan, so I get it.
I'm a Raptors fan, man. A lot of downs, one good up. But
none's really worse to be the Cowboys fan.
Bro, you know what's worse?
Facts.
There's a big comparison between Cowboys fans and Leaf fans. So I'm being both is real, and a Raptors fan, real tough.
That is
More
tough.
so the parallels between Cowboys and Leafs, but
Cowboys and Leafs are probably
that's a bad combo.
they're probably the
Most
two
hated.
worst
And your hairline's intact?
for now.
Talk to him.
1 second, let me just
Yeah.
kiss the dick.
Yeah. Talk
Pause.
to him. Don't talk to him.
Pause it if you want.
Yo.
Man, I appreciate y'all. You guys had good early January recaps. I had a good end to my December. I had my Christmas party, which was great. You said that Bridget had her Friendsmas.
Yes.
You attended.
Yes.
Funny enough, I saw Amari attend.
Absolutely.
You know where I invited Amari? And you know where I invited Adriel?
Yeah.
And you know where I invited Chris?
Yeah.
Oh,
To my Christmas vibe.
Okay.
Crazy thing, right? Had a nice little Christmas vibe. Told the guys ahead of time. Chris has the lovable, smart white man that he is. He messaged me instantaneously. He said, yo, I have this family thing. I got to go do it. White guys are always on time.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Adriel, that's my brother in crime. I'm there. Didn't even have to message Adriel. Not even the day off.
No.
You know who didn't attend? And didn't see him?
The celebrity.
Amari Morris.
Why
is that? What happened, bro?
Hey, man, look, I actually wanted to avoid getting everyone COVID. That was actually the problem.
Oh, you
I got
had COVID
during that time.
Can you corroborate
period.
that story?
So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I just want to make sure I wasn't going to be the super spreader, right? So I did save you guys.
That's wild.
You got to make sure that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. A
look out for
message
your
would have
friends
been
first.
nice.
You're right. I'm sorry
But
about that.
I had to save.
You're
So
right.
I was gonna talk to you about it, but I want to save the pettiness for the podcast.
I got you.
Podcast pettiness.
Hey, look, man.
Podcast petty.
Hey, look.
feel me?
I'm quick on the
Hey,
spot,
LaBelle.
as you guys can tell. But
That's okay. You didn't attend. I still got love for you. You know what I mean? I got love for all you guys. The vibe went off pretty good. Adriel seemed like he had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Was happy for that. After that, my mom's birthday, New Year's birthday,
When's your mom born? The 1st?
31st.
Oh, the 31st.
New Year's Eve birthday, sorry. Mom born New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Adriel said on the previous pod, you know what? I like to get my mom bags. I said, shit, you know what? Let me do what my brother does. I got my mom a bag. She said, Ralph, This is the best bag.
Oh.
I love the bag. I'm gonna take the bag to church. I was looking for a new bag.
Not the back to church.
So I said, Mom, you hold that. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? I have to get moms a bag. You feel me?
Love that.
Everyone snap around here.
Yeah.
Big ups to moms. Big ups to moms, man. Looking great in her age, man.
How did you choose the bag? Did you feel confident in the bag you chose, or how are you feeling about
She
that?
likes the neutral colors, you know? She doesn't like the bright. She doesn't want the red or the bright green or anything. So I got like something nice tan. It was like tan and black. You know what I'm saying?
Did the
So
brand matter? Like, is she like a specific?
she's not big on brands, but you know, I guess it's moms. You know what I mean? So I had to whip the MasterCard out. You feel me?
Okay. What brand was it? If you mind me asking. What was it?
Don't worry, bro.
Okay, I got you.
Don't worry. I'm not, there's a lot of pocket watchers that listen to the podcast. Let's just say I'm paying off the credit card as we speak.
You don't want to get time coded. I think what you're headed for is that this bag will come around with your mom having more suggestions for you in terms of women.
Yes.
Because that is a big plus. Your mom's already gassing you up, getting you those good church girls.
Yes.
This bag on top of that is going to be like, my son got me this bag. And, you know, a woman seeing that you have that kind of good taste.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're a son of a woman of God.
I'm going to attend church in January to meet my friend. But,
Wait, who's your? I'm sorry, I missed that.
wow, you're behind. No, my mom introduced me on a previous episode. You can just check the tape. I don't want to get into it too deep because we have so much to talk about today.
Do you know what episode it was?
Maybe 40, we're on what, 47 right now?
Okay.
No, 46.
So
So,
probably
it's probably 44,
Okay,
43,
okay.
44.
Yeah, that was for the listeners. You know what
No,
I
it
mean?
was the
As
episode
well as
before
me.
Pam. It was 44.
Okay.
So check 44.
Fair.
I
Before
got
Pam.
time coded.
Okay.
Sorry?
Before Pam.
Pam was 45.
Yeah. No, Pam was 44. You're right.
No, this is 46.
Yeah. Oh, Pam was 45. You're right.
Because we did Afro's bonus.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
check
yeah.
that episode out. But yeah, so it was episode 44.
Bet.
Mom introduced me or took pictures with some girl from church and thought that we'd be a match. Anyway, fast forward. I got time coded on that. Yeah, one of my cousins, I had to talk to him on the side, but one of my cousins showed that to his mom, and then his mom went and chat to my mom, and my mom then it just took me explaining what a podcast was to my mom. And I had to explain that the podcast was like a television show, Mom. And my mom's like, why are you on TV? And I'm like,
Mom, how
Mom,
do you think you got the bag?
Mom, just take the bag and just relax.
That's
So, but she wasn't happy because she was like, yo, what the hell is this? How would people know this story? I said, Mom, this is a platform, but I'll keep the mom stories quiet. I'm not going to keep the mom stories quiet. But yeah, my cousin knows not to, blab too much.
Before you move on, I think we got to set some affirmations for the year. One of them I'm saying is you finding a woman at church.
I have New Year's resolutions. I didn't want.
Yes.
I felt like it was too late in January because the listener's gonna get this on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
I felt like it's too late in January for a New Year's resolution, but I do have one. Can we get back to it? Can you guys remember it for me?
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Because it's a good one,
All right.
and it might even be the title of the podcast.
But let the people know who they're talking to first, because we've gone a while.
on,
We've
man.
gone a while.
You guys must have forgot who he is. It's the Mayor's Office podcast, baby. I need the gunshots. I need the applause. I need the surround sound.
Bam, 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 bam.
We're back. You know what I'm saying? We started this podcast 2022. Killed it in 2023. Now we're here in 2024.
Yep.
These niggas thought we'd be dead 2 years ago. Joke's on you, motherfucker. We here.
We back.
Yeah.
Come
are
on, man.
back.
Stop playing. I got my dog
Hey,
over
man.
here. Put the camera on him. Omari Morris.
Yo,
you already
yo.
know what it is. Fastest nigga or former fastest nigga in Ontario. Potentially Canada. Potentially North America. Potentially the globe. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty wild. It's a lot of pressure.
I got my big dog here. One of my friends. Motherfucker. I knew this nigga since high school.
Before the beards.
I knew
Before
this
the
nigga
beard.
before the beard, bro. And I was a different nigga before the beard, yo.
We
I'm
were
telling
all
ya.
different niggas before
I was
the
a
beard.
different nigga before the beard, but we got them now. And we're two different
Yeah,
niggas.
you can't podcast without a beard.
Come on, fam.
No beard, no podcast.
The clips would get no views.
Look, man, it is the
The
similarity
clips
between
would
all
get
of
no
us.
views.
All
But
of
this
us.
is my dog, Adriel Smiley, AdrielSmiley.com, Adriel Smiley Official, co-host to the Mayor's Office podcast, my brother in crime. And I'm your host, Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Airbender,
AKA.
a.k.a. 2024 still single. What's the deal?
Ooh.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey.
But I'm doing it for the content.
Okay.
So you guys are probably wondering, there's four of us here, right? There's 4 of us here, right? But I only named 3.
Ooh.
Because my dog just got a new studio setup. 1990 Studio is the place to be for podcasts. Put the camera on him. This guy right here works hard. This guy right here is talented. He makes sure the sound's on point. He makes sure the audio's on point. He is an essential member to this podcast. That's my dog, Chris Stacks Edwards, the owner of 1990 Studios. Talk to him.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I don't even know what to do after an intro like that, but yeah, we here at 1990 Studios version 2, version 3, really. We're ready to shoot out the gym, man. I don't know what's gonna happen this year, but let me tell you, we're ready to fucking podcast. Let's go.
Chris, shout outs to you, man. You just said something interesting. You said you don't know what's gonna happen.
Nah.
And you know me, Omari, and Adria, we sat down together and we said, Chris, he put a lot of work in the podcast. And let's just do something for Chris.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We got to celebrate him.
We got to celebrate Chris.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that Chris is one of those people that, when the team wins a game and everyone kind of throws the water on the coach. Chris is
That's
like the coach.
Chris.
Chris is the coach,
Oh, we get in the water on Chris.
We're happy to see him win. So I'm excited for what we got for him. We got him a little bottle of champagne, a little something, something. Want to show him some love. So, Chris, congrats on the new studio. Congrats on all the work you've done.
This is for
Chris, bro. This is not for us. This is for Chris. Yeah.
Yo, I appreciate you, fellas. Yo, this is awesome. Let's go.
So don't drink it all at once.
No, you don't want me to open this up right now.
Make sure the wifey gets some for sure. But we want to show you some love and congratulate you on a new studio, because I know Ralph remembers, because I remember what this show was looking like before you got involved.
Yo, we were looking crazy. We were looking pixelated.
Listen, no one is handsome enough to save what we were doing before.
Nah, man.
They couldn't identify the lineups.
No, we big time. We appreciate you, Chris, man.
Yeah,
you do a lot for us.
Love the new studio.
You're a part of the podcast. It's not like we're just coming in and recording in your studio and leaving. Like, you created a family environment. So shout outs to you, bro.
Hey, man. No, thank you. And I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate, you bringing me into the podcast. Kind of just happened organically, and working with Adriel, kind of building this little friendship. And, I think it's just gonna keep making the pod better, man. I feel good, and thank you so much for hooking this up. Super nice, and no, I love having you guys in here. You guys help me get better as a producer, give me ideas. You guys have so much background in media and production as well. So it's I'm sitting here trying to get it look nice for you, make sure it sounds nice, looks good, but I pick up game from you guys. I try to see what you guys like, try to make it better.
Chris, at this point, you're just lying. Okay,
so humble.
At this point, you're just lying.
Oh, fuck Adriel, man. I was enjoying the glazing.
No, he was going overboard. Once he said he learns from us, I'm like, that's where we draw the line.
I have nothing to teach.
That's where we draw the line.
I'm for real.
Chris has so many new things in the studio, we can't even keep up. Honestly,
it's true.
Yeah, so it's great to be in a new studio, and it feels right that our first time in the new studio is literally in 2024. So it feels right that we're starting off the year in the new studio. So
yes, sir.
We're just happy to be here.
Shout outs to you, Chris, for sure.
Yo. Hey, appreciate the love, fellas.
This feels like when Bob Myers, came over to the Golden State Warriors. This feels like,
I like
the
that.
money came, the upgrades came, everything came through.
Feeling like a champion. Yeah, that's right.
The championship team built.
Back there was Mark Jackson. This is Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
The dynasty starts today, boys.
Let's
get it.
Starts today.
Who is gonna be Kevin Durant? let's find Kevin Durant. I know you're out there. All right, man. Shout outs to everybody. Let's get into it. Mayor's Office Podcast.
Draymond.
You'll be Draymond.
Whoever needs to get bunched.
I think you're Draymond. I think Chris is Clay. Mm-hmm. I think you're Iggy.
I'm Iggy. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're Iggy.
Iggy / Wiggins. Is that where we're going here?
Nah, not Wiggins.
You don't want to be Wiggins.
I was gonna say okay. Thank you.
No, you're Iggy. You're the glue. When you came, that's when the winning started.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
we took you from another.
I'll be Sean Livingston.
I said Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston. Shout out Sean Livingston, man. One of the best mid-range.
I think Ralph could be Jarrett Jack.
Yeah, let's do that. David Lee. Anyway, so on to the next thing that we're here to talk about. Oh yeah, my resolution. Sorry. Real quick for everybody before we get into some really interesting stuff. My New Year's resolution is to date with intention.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
Yes.
So for the people, you got to kind of explain what that means, because I think that when some people hear dating with intention, everyone has a different idea of what they think that means. So for you, what do you mean when you say dating with intention? And I want you to be clear, because this will be time coded for the next 12 months.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying that I was dating with a lack of intention previously.
Nice.
But what I'm trying to say is, going forward, I'm gonna really take a deep dive before I put my best foot forward with somebody, before I start, taking that extra step, like dating someone consistently. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I feel like people have wasted my time. I feel like I've wasted people's time just because maybe my mental wasn't in the right place, or maybe my intention wasn't in the right place. So I just need to make sure that, like, anybody I really take seriously going forward, anybody I want to date going forward, it's not a waste of time, energy, or resources for either of us. And
I like that, man. It sounds like you're growing up over there, bro.
I mean, I'm about to be 31.
These are big steps.
It's as good a time as any.
Big steps
It's
right
about
here.
time. I felt like I was growing up last year, but you need that year to kind of realize where you're at. So always development.
So has it been a full year since you've been single, or
It's been like a year and change. Yeah, almost a year and a half now.
Because I think when you first became single, that was my goal, to keep you single for at least a year. For the podcast, of course, but just for your own mental health.
And I'm not forcing anything. I'm not forcing anything. Like, if it comes, it comes. But I have no qualms with being single.
This I feel like I've heard before, but with a lot of my friends, this is a conversation we have before they have a girlfriend in the next 10 days.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, but I have a few friends where literally, I had one friend, I'm not going to say his name, but we had to talk the week before. He's like, I don't want to date right now. I think a good time would be right now to just leave everyone alone. I FaceTime him a week later. He's in his robe at this woman's house, and she's not even there.
Oh,
so
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Exactly. So
crazy. Time code, send it to this guy.
So I think that I'm happy to hear you're dating with intention.
Yeah.
But it feels like this is kind of like the lead into something. So
I mean, the best things come to people that aren't looking for it, right?
Facts.
So
look, man, don't try too hard, bro. Let it come to you. Let the game come to you.
Exactly,
That's what it is,
bro.
man.
If I'm out and I see somebody I like, I'm gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
If the vibe's not there, I'm gonna keep it moving, bro.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
You said you had a tweet to talk about.
No, man. I got performance reviews for everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Report card time.
This is the first
I tried
time.
to skip that, eh?
Yeah, no, this is the
Yeah.
first time in the mayor's office history we're gonna be doing performance reviews at the top of every year. We're gonna be doing a performance review. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
I think the listeners are
Do I have a
interested.
choice?
I was going to say.
Did you guys check the contracts?
This is gonna weigh in on your next contract extension.
Before we go on, what kind of mayor are you? Like, if this is like a TV show, like, are you Mayor Carcetti in The Wire, or like,
Yeah, are you the mayor for? Are you the mayor from the Powerpuff Girls?
No.
We don't know.
I like that mayor swag, and his secretary is.
He can get swayed. You see what I'm saying?
But I'm more like Mayor Quimby from Simpsons. I could be easily swayed if you line my pockets properly. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
All right, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Wow. Okay. All right, I need an applause for every out of 5 that I'm gonna give you guys, or whatever. All right, from you guys. All right, so I am rating everybody for their performance reviews out of 3 things. The first thing will be attendance. The second thing will be likability. And the next thing will be relatability. Okay. These are all comprised of not my thoughts, but the thoughts of people that I'm close with, that listen to the podcast, some of the comments that I see, some of the story replies that we get on the Mayor Media page. All right, ready. Adriel Smiley, you ready to go first for your performance review? All right. Attendance for 2023. We're giving Adriel a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
That's fair. There you go.
That's a pass.
There you go.
Likability.
Oh, wow.
We're giving Adriel a 5 out of 5.
Wow, nice.
Very
Wow,
likable
wow.
in 2020.
I love being lied to.
Relatability. We're giving Adriel a 3 out of 5.
Oh,
Relatability.
wow.
I can.
I'm still going to give some cheers, but I'm also going to add a gunshot in there. Just for, the accuracy.
We're giving Adriel a 3 out of 5 for relatability. So in total, Adriel has a 12 out of 15.
Oh, wow. That's a good score.
I'm getting to York with that.
Here's the thing though. Like I gotta be honest here. Adriel is.
I got some pros and cons, and then you can.
Okay. I can't make a comment
Yeah,
here.
this is the last part of everybody's review.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so people tune in specifically for your music takes, which is great.
Okay.
There you go.
People would like you to be more open about your life. And I received a text stating that Adriel's talking that talk as soon as we have a woman on the pod. I guess they're referring to the last
Pam?
episode with Pam.
Big shout out to Pam.
Shout out to Pam.
Bring Pam back. That's pretty funny.
We're time coding that. And the notes for Adriel is for us to bring more women on the pod.
Jesus. Wow. All right.
Cool.
Well, I get some applause there. What I was gonna say is look, like when the teacher hands out the all the reports and all the the results of the test and give it hands down on your table, and you see the smart kid in the class, they flip it around and everyone's kind of looking over their shoulders like, what did they get? Get an A, or an A minus or a B plus. You're like, ooh, they didn't get an A plus. Shit. So the next smartest guy opens it. It's a B. You're quivering in your feet now, like.
What am I gonna get?
Hey, you're not smarter than them two guys. So
12 out of 5.
we don't know. We don't know.
Like,
that's a high bar though.
12 out of 15 is a really high bar, man.
A minus.
How do you feel?
Well, here's the thing. I think the criticism is very valid in terms of me needing to open up more. Them saying that I talked that talk when there was a woman on the pod, I thought that was pretty funny. I didn't really put the two together, but there was a woman on the pod. I was talking that talk. That's how that happened. But I was time coded in 2023. And so I think...
You're trying to avoid the time codes.
And I think right now I'm currently on strike. We'll get to that at a later pod. But I think we may be free to be more open with me being on strike. So hopefully we'll give the people what they want.
Shout out to that.
Being time coded definitely will get you a little bit.
Boy.
It's kind of like that's what the aggregators are called or whatever. Whenever I hear podcasts with sports podcasts and stuff like that, talking about aggregators, about to cancel them. Shout out the aggregators.
The actual text was, Adriel's energy is actually crazy on this episode, !
Jesus.
You need more women on the pod. Okay, cool. Anyway.
So now I'm one of those guys that different women come around.
So yeah, great. And then you go like amazing. All right, Chris or Amari, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Yeah.
Yo, Chris didn't want to be.
All right, Omari. We're doing this once again on a scale out of 5 for each of these things to total out to 15.
All right.
Omari's review. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Attendance. Omari got a 2 out of 5.
Ooh. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah.
Likability.
That's fair.
Omari got a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I can see that.
Appreciate it.
And relatability, I'm probably going to attribute this to the relationship. You got a 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
The people are saying they're relating to you.
Wow.
Very relatable guy.
Hey, look, man. I just got to be around more often, apparently. But,
Which totaled out to a 11 out of 15.
all right. Well,
To get into your...
wow. Look, I'm honored. I appreciate it, guys.
I'm not a math major, but that's what, high 60s in terms of percentage?
I think that's like
I think
low
like
70s. Yeah, I think
70s?
that's like
Yeah,
middle
yeah,
of 70s.
yeah. All right, cool.
We got to be in there.
The notes for, the summary for Amari is people have called Ralph specifically asking for more Amari on the pod, stating that you have been a excellent addition.
Jeez.
Notes for Amari. Yeah, snap up. Notes for Amari is Ralph stopped bullying him. That was
nice.
one
Perfect.
of the people
Thank you.
that texted me back.
Whoever
so.
that was, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
looking
it.
out.
Shout out to them.
Definitely.
Amari, how do you feel about your review?
Look, man, I'm honored. Thank you, guys. I just feel like I got to be here more often. That's kind of what I'm gathering from this report card here. So, yeah, I mean, I always talk about my relationship. I always talk about whatever's kind of on hand here. But, I'll just try to be the relatable guy in the room.
I think with Omari's score, his basically room for improvement is showing up. So Omari is basically on the doorstep of the highest performance review in Mayor's Office podcast history.
Yeah, you're in line for a raise.
Wow.
So yeah, I would say that
Appreciate it,
this
man.
is where he's headed. He just won most improved player.
Guys, my head has to get out of the room still. All right? It's getting too big over here. Gotta relax.
Shout out to Omari. Wow, last but not least, Chris, you ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right, Chris. Once again, on a scale out of 15, we're going 3 different points, 5 out of for each point. Attendance, Chris, you got a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Attendance, 5 out of 5. You are here all the time.
That's built in.
That was like easy points for me.
Likability, you also got a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Jeez.
let's go.
It has to be the relationship talk as well.
Yo, it is. I think we have something in common.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe they need to take notes.
Relatability, Chris, you got a 3 out of 5.
Ooh.
That's fair.
Okay.
The 3 out of 5 came from 2 of the people that texted me, said that they were surprised that you were white.
Hey man, shout out Chris for having some seasoning in him. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, shout out to Chris, man. So yeah, they were surprised that you were white.
So before the video, there was, you'd say my voice is racially ambiguous?
Yes,
Cool.
somewhat. Yeah. Throw a little more slang in there, and you're good.
I'll work on it.
I think depending on who you ask, that's a compliment. Like it could be
Yeah.
a compliment, but depends on who's.
You're right.
telling you. Yeah.
It depends who you ask.
Fair.
Chris's paragraph was welcome. He's a welcome addition to the pod. Visually, we need more of his opinions on the podcast, and the podcast audio wise sounds amazing every time.
Cool. Okay.
Notes for Chris: please invite him to the cookout.
Dude, I've been waiting for my invite. I got a new address, so I was thinking it might have got lost, but you know.
Yeah, Chris is getting invited to the winter festivities. He needs to get invited to the cookout, 100%.
There you go.
For sure.
And that's everybody's performance reviews. So
Wow. All
That was
right.
nice.
Nice. So
What's Chris's total
I was gonna
score?
say.
Yeah.
what about-
sorry, Chris's total score
I'm
was
not a mathologist, but
Neither am I.
it was 13.
okay.
13.
Okay,
Let's go.
wow.
Highest
I'm an
performer.
overachiever, you know.
I think, we got to figure out something else other than attendance for you to balance it out. But other than that, yeah, shout out to you, Chris, for sure.
Appreciate that. So who's giving the mayor? Here?
I was gonna say, how do you get your?
We can't give it to him now. We gotta do our research.
All right, next episode,
See-
you guys give me the performance review.
See what
I think
people
that's a good
say.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get some comments for you.
I like that. Performance reviews for you guys. I think that's an annual thing that we'll do, especially when the real money gets in.
I just
Got to.
I have one note about the performance review.
Go ahead.
A lot of comments on Omari wearing sunglasses in that clip that you posted. People were making a lot of comments and said, "Who let Omari wear sunglasses inside?" So I don't know if that's a plus or a minus,
I'd have to take a point off, eh?
but that was something that people were definitely.
But was it like a good or a bad? Like
It was a mix.
It was a mix.
A lot of it was like, bah, ha, 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 ha. Like, that was kind of the energy.
The
Hey,
ha-ha
look.
with the B is crazy.
guys. This is what gets more clicks. This is what gets more views. This is how we get more attention. All right,
point.
guys. So, look, contributions come from every angle here.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
This was a planned prop.
I'm just
When
happy
I
that-
walked in that day, I did tell them. I was like,
You
look,
did.
yeah, I was like, I'm wearing the sunglasses today, guys. Good,
And it could have been other ones.
Those are my
other
Showtime
ones.
sunglasses, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Takeoff.
By the way, somebody reached out to me. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't know if they listen to the pod or not.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody reached out to me recently, said, "Hey, Ralph, can we get on a call?" I said, "Yeah, of course, man. You're my dog. Let's get on a call." He says, "Yo, man, podcast is looking good, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Yo, bet. Appreciate you." You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm starting up a studio. I was wondering if y'all wanted to come check out my studio. I said, friend, we're signed to 1990 Studios, nigga. And I hung the phone up. Yeah, but we're getting recruited. We're getting recruited.
Trying to get poached there. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Shit's wild out here.
That 2024, who would have thought?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, I already signed my deal.
crazy.
Stop this.
Yeah, asking for trades. We need at least 2 first rounders. If you're think we're gonna move anywhere.
I know. It's like trading like 4 Siakams.
4 Siakams is crazy.
Warriors are still a dynasty.
Oh shit.
So
Let's hear about your tweet.
Oh yeah. I got a tweet for you guys that ran across my page. I got it right here. Bow. And it caused quite a little bit of a stir.
Not a stir.
yeah,
On
that's what Twitter
socials?
does, man. Look, like you can find the weirdest things on Twitter these days.
Twitter's the best.
Dude,
Well-
Twitter's that one app I'm like afraid sometimes to open up in public. Cause I'm
That used to
I
be
don't
me.
know what-
And now my feed, because I try to stay from the For You page, and I try and like curve my Twitter more towards sports.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time, Twitter and Tumblr, You remember Tumblr?
Wow. Tumblr,
Twitter and
definitely.
Tumblr, you open that in person, outside,
Definitely get you in trouble.
what?
Someone's looking over your
I can't
shoulder.
find the
at wrong
tweet,
time.
but essentially it was a woman saying, I'll find the tweet when I actually post the episode, but it was a woman saying that when I go out with guys for dinner, I don't want my man ordering desserts or appetizers. You take some of mine, but don't personally order dessert or appetizers.
Did she say why?
Who's paying?
It might look sassy. I'm assuming that's what she was kind of getting at. That's what the tone was.
Yo, if desserts and apps are sassy, I'm sassy, bro. Like,
Yeah, like
for being real, so many restaurants, when you try a new restaurant, appetizers are the safest shit to get.
Yeah.
You can't even be sure about the entree. Sometimes the shit you
Absolutely.
can't pronounce.
absolutely.
The appetizers are the safest thing to get. And then dessert, it's like, you can't fuck up apple pie.
Yeah, and usually it's like
man.
ice cream, a flavor you like.
I can't
Or whatever
lie.
the case is,
When
like,
I'm
what's
like
wrong with
dating
that?
somebody, yeah, I'm fucking up desserts though. I don't really order dessert when in like on a first date though. I don't know why.
Look, I don't think there should be a stigma behind
But
it.
I don't care.
It's not. It's not.
This
Think about
doesn't
it.
make
No,
any
no, no, no.
sense here.
I'm just saying I don't like to order dessert when I just want to eat and then let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
But
say,
I don't have
That's
an issue with ordering dessert. I just never do it.
I just think when you come to ordering dessert, it's like you're opening up the floodgates for there's too many things to be ordered. Like, I was saying to someone, like, I don't really drink like that. So when I go on, like, when I used to go on dates, and someone,
I used to
go on dates, and someone, like, they want to order a drink,
Yeah.
like, I don't really drink. So they're trying to ask me, like, oh, you want to get a drink too? And I'm saying no, but I'm not going to do a whole thing, be like, oh, I don't really drink, like, you know? So they feel awkward ordering a drink because I'm supposed to be paying, and they're drinking, I'm not. So you don't want to open more floodgates of, like, yeah, like, go crazy, get 2 desserts. Like, no, like, get your meal, finish it, and then we
I
could
feel
go.
that.
Yeah, this is just add to the list. Like I seen on social media, there's like a huge list of things that guys can't do.
Man, one guy's list is at five.
so
It's in the
man.
500s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I
In the
saw that.
500s.
Just gonna have to add that to the list there.
The last thing that he posted was a girl said, "My guy can't be able to cook. Like, why are you cooking for?" And I was just like, "Oh man,
What?
I don't know."
Oh, that doesn't even look. So many women would appreciate a guy that actually, in my previous days before my current woman, you know, it was something that was appreciated, and it's appreciated by my current woman as well. So look, I gotta say, it's got approval rounds all around the board.
Yo, you could tell when Omari's in that bag where he's like, I'm not saying something bad, but let me just make sure.
But yeah, that was the tweet I saw, man. We can't cook. We're not allowed to order apps. Like, I don't understand the situation.
I think
I
all
don't
that stuff
understand.
is
Does it
cap.
make me look soft? Like, it's not that serious.
I don't think it makes you look soft, man.
Exactly.
No,
I want to
definitely
order
not.
some apps.
Personally, I think all this stuff is cap. I think if you actually spend time with a woman in real life, like you can see her pores, she's not going to care. I think the kind of women that care about this also don't really care if a man actually likes them. You
It's
know,
true.
I think that's like a common denominator of like, that's the type of woman that, you know, maybe they're hanging out with a dude for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But if a woman actually likes you, because like I've never heard a woman say like, oh, he's such a great guy, I like him, but like he's ordering apps. You know, like that's never happened.
just
So
crazy.
I think
Yeah.
let's live your life, order whatever you want, pay if you want to pay, don't pay if you don't want to pay.
Or
Stop
the-
listening to other people on like these small itty bitty things that will ruin your
Yep.
potential relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you heard some other person
Facts.
say that they weren't fucking with a guy doing this or a girl doing this. Now it's upsetting you. That probably never bothered you in your life.
Never.
Make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Order the calamari, man, and call it a day.
Yeah,
It's all
man.
good.
Get some
It's all good.
nachos.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where the girl said if you don't have a BBL or what's
Or your
your
breast done or something
a
like that.
BBL teeth or your breast done, you're not a baddie. You seen that one?
Yeah, I saw that
That's
one recently.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
obviously stupid. We can move on, but
Yeah.
that's just showing kind of the level of what's going on outside.
I feel like there's also this like weird trend of just like not, women or men just like saying these like crazy like just like things like, oh, you can't order apps or cook. I feel like it's a trend to just say just like
It's the
crazy
crazy thing you could
outlandish
say,
things.
yeah.
Yeah,
for
and then
sure.
it becomes like the norm for social media, and then everyone's saying it.
My only issue is that you think it's like this one. It's obviously hilarious, you know? Like, we literally all were like, can't order apps at dessert, you know? But there's someone out there who's watching it and being like, oh my God, that's right.
100%.
You know, and that's the more the issue is that there are people out
Yeah.
there who are not
Yeah.
like us and
Yeah, and then they get creative with it. Like there's somebody out there that's getting an ick watching somebody drink with a straw. A guy drink with a straw.
I think everybody has icks, and it's natural to have icks. Yo.
But that's kind of wild.
But like, let's keep it moving. Like, if somebody has a small ick, yo, work around it. Keep it moving. It's not like the man's a serial killer. Like,
nah, he likes the rolls.
dog, I just want a spring roll from
Yeah,
from Joey's every now and then. Like,
Yeah, you just want some chicken wings, man. Allow 'em.
Oh man,
Some fancy fries.
now I'm hungry. All right, what's next, bro?
So it's 2024, of course, and 20 years ago is 2004. It's crazy that not 20 years ago is not the 90s, but this is the era that we grew up in. So a lot of our childhood artists, favorite movies, favorite things are turning 20 now. Of course, that makes me feel old. So I wanted to highlight some albums that are turning 20. Now, some of these albums, maybe all of you may know. Some of these albums, some of you may know. But I also looked at what album was this in a person's career? Like, was it their first project, their second project? That's a big part of it too. Is like, this might have been the first album we heard from this artist.
True.
You know?
True. And
where were they in their cycle? The first one I thought of was Mad Villainy, with, Doom and Madlib.
R.I.P. Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is like, to think like that came out in 2004, that could have been in the 90s, how that sounded, and that would have made sense still.
100%.
This one, this was this band's 7th album, which I did not know, and it's probably their biggest album, American Idiot, Green Day. I hadn't heard of Green Day at all until this. I was a kid at this time. But that's their 7th project in 2004, turning 20.
That was their 7th project?
7th project.
Jeez.
Yeah. Crazy. Probably the best first project maybe ever in hip hop. The College Dropout, Kanye West. Yeah. That turning 20.
Still listen to that to this day. 20 years old, eh?
Yeah, I have that on vinyl. That's pretty crazy.
Did I ever tell you guys I share a name with Kanye? Just letting you guys know, like his middle name is Omari. Just wanted to put that out there.
This is clout chasing at its finest.
Clout chasing is crazy.
Look, man, I just want to throw it out there. Look, it's a good fact. It's a fun fact.
That's a great dinner time fact.
Yeah, it is actually. It works out a lot.
Depends on the crowd. Yeah. Encore, Eminem. This is his 5th project.
Damn.
Basically a compilation album. But to think Eminem was compilation album
I had that CD
at 2004.
Yeah. I
remember renting that CD from the library.
Wow.
I know that sounds old to a lot of people.
I never rented a CD from the library.
Yeah. I came up on a lot of music from the library.
That's big, yeah.
For sure.
Pre-Spotify.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. Confessions, Usher.
Arguably the greatest R&B album of all time.
Yeah.
His 4th project.
That's my favorite R&B album of all time. That's 20 years old?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
I had that CD in my whip. Well, that's what I had a CD player.
Yeah.
Best-selling album
that
of that year.
Brown cover.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. I just remember that I had a family friend that had that CD, and like all her other CDs, I just didn't know who it was. It was like before my time or whatever.
Yeah.
But the Usher CD, obviously, like I knew the song, so I was like, okay, like a CD I could actually bump. So that was like, and that CD's a no skips. So
yeah, definitely.
That was huge. This one, let's see how many songs y'all know from this album. The Carter, Lil Wayne. This was his 4th album.
Okay. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2004, The Carter.
Damn. You can pull up the track list for The Carter real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think.
I don't know if I can off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, there's a couple tracks I feel I liked off that album. I think The Greatest Rapper Alive was on that album too. Like that song.
Wait a second. Let's find I'm like, there's so many Carters. It's giving me all the Carters but the first one. Okay, Carter 3, Carter 4. Come on. Let's get to the first one.
Oh, Go DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Go DJ time.
Yeah.
Big track.
Cash Money Millionaires.
Big track.
This is the Carter. Yep. On the Block.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'm thinking of the Carter too, actually.
This is before Lil Wayne had a bunch of
Carter had some tracks, man.
Carter had some tracks.
But if you think about this, Wayne is like, his dreads weren't that long yet.
Nah.
He didn't have all the tags.
Yep.
He was still wearing his t-shirt most of the time.
Skinnier than usual. And he's already skinny.
Wow.
Shout out to Carter.
Crazy.
Man. Shout out Lil Wayne.
Before we go on,
shout out Lil Wayne.
How were y'all feeling about Lil Wayne before the Carter 3? Like, were y'all Lil Wayne fans at the Carter time? Or were y'all like...
Yeah.
Because I was like, I liked him, but he wasn't like in my top 5.
I wasn't a Hot Boys Carter 1 kind of. That's when I started getting into him. Hot Boys, I wasn't really like on the Wayne flex. But yeah, Carter 2, I was like, yo.
Carter 2 was when like, he's that guy.
For me, that was exactly what
Carter
it was.
2,
Carter 2 came out and I was like,
and then Carter 3, like, I don't know. A lot of people have their opinions on Carter 3, man. I really love Carter 3.
Carter 3 is a classic.
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw on
Definitely.
Reddit, they asked a question, who's an artist that became huge that you're surprised by? And a lot of people said Lil Wayne, which I thought was interesting. But I guess maybe it's older people who were, they were there for the beginning.
That makes sense.
But it's like, that's normal to us that he got so big. But I guess it was surprising to some because that's his fourth project. And the Carter, we were still kind of like,
Yeah, and then mixtape Wayne was on a different level during that.
Yeah.
Like in between the Carters.
Yeah,
Different
Mixtape Wayne
level.
was
The
crazy.
dedication.
Yeah.
This is a Canadian artist, their second album, Under My Skin, Avril Lavigne. This is when Avril Lavigne had the game on lock.
Wow.
Yeah, she was up there.
That was prime Avril Lavigne time, I think.
Very 04, wearing a tie with no dress shirt.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah, 100%. Another big first project, and this is the time when some bands, some acts, their first project was like their biggest project. Hot Fuss, The Killers. This was like their prime time.
Hot Fuss, The Killers.
Yeah. And then Funeral, Arcade Fire. Their first project came out in 04. Breakaway, Kelly Clarkson. That was her second project.
Okay.
Oh, I'm hearing a lot of rock and alternative going on.
Of course. We have our non-rap suggestion.
We're giving you guys.
And 04 was that time. That's why I felt it was right. 04 was the time when this music was at its peak. Like, hip hop now runs everything, but that was a different time. And then last but not least, I want to highlight some moments from that year in music because these are things that obviously we forgot, and this is 20 years ago.
So before we get to that, how old was everybody in 04? I was 11.
So then I would have been 10.
Yeah.
You guys are 10?
I was in grade 8, so
13,
13,
14.
Okay.
Okay, so we're all the age where we know these things happen, but we weren't old enough to like really, really be involved. Jay-Z and Linkin Park, Collision Course.
Oh, that shit was
man.
crazy. That shit was hard. Numb Encore.
Yeah. Numb Encore was crazy.
That shit was mad.
Destiny Child's last album.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Destiny Fulfilled. They brought all the members back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
This I didn't remember because I guess, we were young at the time. But on January 3rd, Britney Spears got married to Jason Alexander, a childhood friend. The marriage is annulled 55 hours later. And then 8 months later, she marries Kevin Federline. So she got married twice in 1 year.
One of the most toxic marriages of all time.
I remember the K-Fed thing, but I didn't know she got married
I didn't even know
9 months
either.
earlier.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know that either.
So when I looked back at that, I said, they were talking about Britney going crazy. Obviously, her life was falling apart.
Yeah.
It was really falling apart. If you're getting married twice in 1 year,
yeah.
That's mod still.
Yeah. Rapper Mystical sentenced to 6 years in prison for sexual battery. Don't remember that at all.
That was the time where we can forget about. You know what I mean? Like after a year or so, like it's not in the media too heavy. There's no Twitter,
no social media.
Yeah. I mean now you might get. They got the sex recos now.
Sex recos.
I heard Benny say that the other day. They got the sex recos.
What are sex recos?
Like whatever Diddy's dealing with.
Oh.
And then the domestic assault recos. Like,
yeah. They just
that's the
wrap
new
it all in.
recos.
I'm crying. I like that though. I like that.
You like what?
The sex recos. What are you talking about?
What do you mean
They're all getting arrested for all their past.
No.
Is that
You're on the side of good.
Yeah, I'm on the side of good here. No, come on, guys.
That sounded crazy.
Like you're trying to show
guys,
I like the
guys,
sex recos.
Major fan of the sex recos.
Man, how do we get into this party?
And last but not least, this one, I think, this is kind of the thing I hoped would happen today. Not because I want something bad to happen to someone, but just because of the spectacle it would be, how social media acts. They didn't have memes in 2004. The memes for this event now would be nuts. And that's Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, the titty.
At the Super
That would
Bowl.
go crazy now.
for sure.
Right?
That was 2004.
Right?
I wasn't old enough to really understand what happened, you know?
Oh, I remember it.
I remember it too.
Yeah, you were 13. You were horny then.
Dude, I was,
Yeah.
I was fired up. We came back from halftime, dude.
Fired up is crazy.
Dude, shit. I ran up to my room.
Nah,
Being
but
fired up is crazy.
When I think about that now, because I know there was this thing about a doc that came out a couple years ago where they were saying Timberlake did it on purpose and it wasn't an accident. I don't know if you guys heard that rumor.
Yeah.
But when I remember it, I don't remember like caring which way, like about who's a villain or who's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's unfortunate.
I just heard it was a dress malfunction, and
that's
that was it.
Same thing. And I'm like, clearly the wardrobe malfunction term.
You have to hate someone on a different level to show their titties live during the Super Bowl.
Right?
Well, the lights cut like so soon after, right? Like it happened and then just kind of like.
Well, of course, yeah. But
I'm just saying, how are they catching that so fast to do? It just seems like a setup.
Yeah.
Also,
they have don't they have like a 7-second like?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
My thing also is like when you see the move that he pulled that turned into an accident. What was that move? You know what I mean? Like, what was that move supposed to be? You know what I mean? Like, it's like if this is an accident, what was supposed to happen?
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, was he supposed to just full out grope her like on stage and it didn't go how it was supposed to? Like, so it's all very
wild 20-year anniversary.
Yeah, it's kind of fishy. It's all very weird, but that's one of those moments I always think of like if Twitter was around for this, because at the time women were like, "Oh, we feel for you, Janet. We stand with you."
Yeah,
like that was the energy, you know. That probably would still be the energy now, but everyone has jokes.
Oh, for sure.
And so the jokes will go.
The internet's undefeated, man.
Insane. But yeah, that's the 20-year, you know, kind of look back of the albums and music of 20 years ago. I have honestly one last thing for you guys, and this is just the top 10 albums of that year. Just kind of figure out where we're at, because most of these acts, one, don't exist anymore. The kind of music they make, we don't listen to anymore. And it was only 20 years ago. So let's think about who from this list is still around and still relevant. Okay?
Let's see what's up.
So at number 10, we have Now That's What I Call Music 16. Remember those?
Yeah, I remember
those compilations, those CDs.
Wow. Those are the little kids, right?
Yeah. No, not Kids Bop. Just like they just put the best songs on an album.
Like Now 7 now, right?
That sold 2.5 million copies.
That's crazy.
Isn't that those don't exist anymber? We don't even do that because we don't buy CDs. Yeah. Number 9, Autobiography, Ashley Simpson.
Wow.
Wild. Number 8, Fallen Evanescence. Number 7, Maroon 5, Songs About Jane. Number 6, Live Like You Were Dying, Tim McGraw. A lot of rock. We were basically rock all over the place. Wow. Under My Skin, Avril Lavigne. When the Sun Goes Down, Kenny Chesney. Number 3, Encore, Eminem. For Eminem to sell all these CDs with Encore. A lot of
white people, man.
Yeah. But the album had songs that we already heard before. That's my issue. Like, you put out an album with songs you already released. And it goes so much.
The whites were dominating 2004, man.
Number 2, Norah Jones, Feels Like Home.
Is Norah Jones white?
Yep.
Sounds white.
Number 1, Usher, Confessions.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, we had to go all the way to number 1 to get a black artist. But what I like to highlight is Usher sold.
Oh, Usher was number 1.
Number 1, because I went in reverse order. Number 1 and sold twice as much as number 2.
Wow.
So I think that's interesting as like, you know, the whole list is white, but the number 1 guy is number 1 by a lot.
And Usher just did some cosplay with one of my favorite anime characters. So, yeah, shout outs to Usher, man. And he's doing the Super Bowl next month. Yeah, 20 years later. That's longevity, folks.
Fact. And we're so excited for it.
Come on, man. Yeah, no, that show's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
I would invite you guys, but I only know Adriel's going to come.
How you get Omar to go somewhere is you invite his girl first. That's the secret.
I met his girlfriend for the first time. Yeah. She was really fucking with
me. She's just a little bit shy, man. That's all.
Okay.
And then the other thing is too is it's like, look, an Usher event, judging by what I've seen on the internet, is just not the place to bring your girlfriend and yourself possibly.
Soul Series?
No, I said an Usher event.
It's a Super Bowl. It's not an Usher event.
Look, either way, I don't care. Usher is performing.
No, Super Bowl's for the boys. Unless she really likes football, then yeah, bring her for sure. But Super Bowl's more for the boys.
If she's not there, Amari's not gonna be there.
That's how you're built now?
Not really, but I mean,
not really, but
that's a yeah, bro. You're not going anywhere without your girl?
I go places without my girl. But yeah, I mean, exactly. I go places without my girlfriend.
If you told him his
go to work.
If you told him his girl could come to the podcast, his girl will come to the podcast.
That's great. You should bring her to the podcast one episode.
I definitely will.
This one?
I'll do it for
Yeah, just one. Yeah, we don't muddle up the place.
If she's like, she might be too shy or whatever.
She just come on camera, say hi one time. Simple.
Kind of nice, like hearing about this, because like you'll get to a stage in your life where like people don't even know your girlfriend, and like you never bring her around. Kind of like my wife these days, you know. You just
these days
you don't need to be with her all the time, but it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is escape. But one day your wife should pull up to the pod, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
No,
she's coming. She's
that's
welcome.
a no. That is a no. I think you have it right though. I do honestly think that's the healthiest way to do it. I think that because social media, it's like on social media we have this thing where if I don't see it on social media, did it happen or why is that? Because before it was just normal. Didn't have to be you're hiding something by not showing a girl on social media or not bringing her around.
Yeah,
you know. But now we have that understanding, like you owe it to me to show me your girl, or you owe it to bring her around.
Yeah.
When it's like that doesn't have to be the case. You guys could be healthy as ever.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
You guys like doing your own thing, you know?
Yeah.
You guys think about like back in the day, before phones, before everything. Like if somebody wanted space in their relationship, even for like a couple hours, they could just go to the bar or just hang out with a friend, and there's no phone contact, nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's interesting to think about now.
Being unreachable in that.
Or if you're dating somebody, like now I'm thinking, okay, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm posting like the podcast or getting a piece of me now. Back in the day, bro, you get what you see.
You might not hear from each other for like 2 weeks.
And we acted different because think about it this way. Even think about when cell phones were around even 20 years ago. We weren't conditioned to like, oh, you didn't answer me? Text you. Like back 20 years ago, if I call Ralph and Ralph don't answer, Ralph just don't answer. He'll call me back or he won't. You know, nowadays, if I call you don't answer, it's like, by the way,
yeah.
It's like we're conditioned now differently when it's like, before it's like, it wouldn't be, it's like, I haven't heard from Ralph in 4 hours. That's not alarming.
That's right. I mean,
someone time code this.
Yeah. Yo, but do you guys feel obligated like now? Like you have to just answer like every second like of the day?
Nah.
Cause like there's like remember when Rogers was out like last summer for like dude, that full day, no service to the internet, no notifications. It was like
nice.
It was nice. It was peaceful.
Yeah, me like I'm just conditioned to be on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
But when it's not in my hand and it's not in my mind to be in my hands. Oh my God, it's the best feeling. Yeah, but I have like anxiety sometimes. Like if I see my phone light up or something like that, like I gotta like check it. So usually like if I'm working and shit, I'm a big D&D guy. Like if you guys are texting me, I don't know, you guys probably have definitely seen do not disturb on my shit. Like so because I'm trying to condition myself not to look at my phone.
Yeah, I just took my phone off D&D. Amari knows I was on D&D for like 8 straight years. Just took my phone off D&D. But I think what I do is I have 2 phones, and one phone just doesn't get messages.
Wow.
So sometimes I'll just have my phone that doesn't have iMessage or whatever, and I'll be on that phone. You know, just like if I want to check something, I can on like
Mr.
Twitter
Kevin
or whatever.
Gates over there.
Say it again.
That's a Mr. Kevin Gates over there.
That's a crazy name to throw out. Of all the Kevins,
2 phones. You said it yourself.
You did.
Yeah, but I think that helps as well as like, you know, you're just checking all the apps or checking Instagram or checking whatever. It's like if you guys have a phone that just doesn't have that on it, it's like because you're used to having the phone in your hand.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to check on it. You're like, okay, I can check. Let me just close this.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
That helps.
All right, so
coming up.
NBA trade deadline's coming up, February 8th for all you NBA fans out there, all you sports fans out there.
By the time you hear this, Pascal Siakam will probably be traded.
You think so?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I think so.
He almost got traded the day we played the Kings. That trade almost happened.
I heard, and he said like he wasn't going to re-sign there or something.
And that's why he played in the game, because they had him as out, like in the injury report, and then he went from out to playing, which usually they at least do a progression of out to questionable, and then so him just going from out to playing was like, okay.
One thing I'd say about Siakam, and I respect him for this, very professional throughout all of this.
Yeah,
he has not talked to the media. He has not been upset. He wakes up, he comes, he's at every game prepared. He plays every game prepared. He plays pretty well for some of the games that he's been playing in.
Yeah.
And I feel like the entire team knows he's about to be traded. He knows he's about to be traded. That will weigh on a lot of people, a lot of weaker-minded people. So big shout-outs to Pascal Siakam, man. Showing real maturity through all of this.
Nah, for sure.
Hopefully, out of courtesy to him, we put him in a good spot. Like I wouldn't want us to trade him to like Detroit or something.
I think Masai will take care of him in that way.
I hope so.
Indiana is in the lead right now.
That's a decent team for him to go to. It's going to be fast paced. He'll get the ball a lot. He's arguably going to be the best scorer if he does go there.
Yeah.
So hopefully Masai puts him in that position. At the same time, he is a free agent at the end of the year. So wherever we do put him, he is going to make a decision for himself in the future. So
It's fair.
shout outs to Siakam, man.
I'm interested to see how he is where he goes to a new situation because he's been with us his whole career. And I what I realized about Pascal Siakam is he does have kind of an aversion to change. You know, he is a little bit of like, I like things how I like them. I don't want things to change as much. He's here where we love him. Like we grew up with him. This new fan base is not going to be, no matter where he goes, because around the league, Pascal Siakam isn't kind of loved the way we love him here.
That's true.
A lot of people think he's overrated and not that good.
Around the league, yeah, I agree.
So that's more I'm worried about is like how will the new fan base treat him if he goes somewhere he has rough games all the time. He has a rough game, shoots 7 for 20, you know. Will the fan base kind of turn on him and how will he deal with that in a sense? Because you're talking about him being professional. That's 100% true because we turned on him for a couple years and it was like everything was Pascal Siakam sucks.
I think that will prep him for wherever he goes.
Yeah,
because there's only like, let's be real, Toronto at times can be a toxic franchise in terms of our media.
Yes.
We really look towards change, but sometimes we don't look at the broader scale. Like, yeah, I would love to get Zach LaVine here, but does Zach LaVine want to be here? It's fucking -15 outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we need to be a little less toxic. I feel like outside of like maybe New York and a couple other franchises, like we're kind of up there. So hopefully that's prepped him for wherever he wants to go or wherever he ends up going.
I'm excited for him. I just hope my honest goal, because I'm seeing this at OG in New York, is now that OG's traded, people are really being like, oh, he's such a good fit. And I think that there's this misconception that people think Raptors players are overrated.
Yeah.
Because last year when OG was on the trade block, Fred was on the trade block, there was this thing going around saying, if these guys were 3 first-round picks, how come their team sucks? You know, because every Raptor was worth 10 first-round picks.
Exactly.
So people were like, if they're so good, how come the team's not good? And so to see Fred at least playing decent in Houston, OG is really helping New York. I just want the same for Pascal, that people can say, okay, these guys are actually good. It's not just a Raptors bias. But I wanted us to get DeJounte Murray originally. Before we got RJ Barrett and quickly, that was kind of the player that I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the trade regardless, but I still want to see DeJounte Murray go somewhere good. Is there anywhere y'all can think of that you want to see him go to that would be like a good? Because the report is that he's the most likely player to get traded. That's kind of what all the journalists are saying, is that if any player's going to get traded during the trade deadline, he's going to be number one.
With DeJounte Murray?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm a Lakers fan because I'm a LeBron fan. So I would like him to go to the Lakers. That would be great. He'd help a lot, I think, defensively on the perimeter. That defense, like, I think is the most stout when they have good ball pressure at the front of their defense with the length that they have at the rim as well. I think it's a great combination. I think that's kind of like the blend that they had defensively when they won their chip in 2020.
I don't think the defense for LA is a problem, though.
Yeah,
I think
the
it's
offense
the
is an issue.
I know
I think they're
an
up
issue,
there for
but
defense right now.
they're like okay now. They're like 10th or 11th actually right now.
I feel like every Laker fan just wants every good player, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. But for Pascal, I wanted Moody and Kuminga actually from Golden State. That was actually the swap I wanted.
Would you rather that than the Bruce Brown and 3 first-round picks?
1,000%.
Yes, just because I feel like Golden State's 3 firsts will be more valuable.
No, but Golden State's not 3 firsts. It's just Moody, Kuminga, and maybe one
and like
first.
one other first.
And 3 firsts from Indiana.
And we're going to have to pay Kuminga. I like the Indiana trade.
I would take the 3 firsts because to me, with Scotty, Barrett, and Quickly, you have a foundation. And if you add like a real star to that, you're getting somewhere. And the 3 picks can possibly get you a real star, you know? So
True. I don't know. I think Kuminga and Moody are really good players, especially like Kuminga. I think he is doing a lot, obviously, the media nowadays and stuff like that with, saying he needs more playing time. But I think he has a lot of talent, though, too. He has a lot of pedigree. So
he can hoop.
Yeah, I think he would definitely be able to help our team.
You think he can be a star?
I think he'd raise his value enough where we can potentially trade him down the line for something close to a star.
So you think it's more likely to trade Kuminga for a star or 3 first-round picks for a star?
I guess 3 first-round picks, but I'm not really. I think the league is like a little wishy-washy in terms of like how they look at picks as well, in terms of like, wanting a really good young player that's proven and has some pedigree now versus like something down the line and not knowing what it is.
That's a good point. Lakers are 12th in defense.
There we go. So
they're 12th in defense.
That's what I'm saying. They should be. In my opinion, they should be top 5.
Where are they in
that's
offense?
That's when they're at their peak.
God
23rd.
They got to be top 5, man. That's when they're at their peak.
Yeah. So I guess he's right.
Yeah.
If they get their defense up, they could be something. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see DeJounte Murray go to a team like New Orleans.
Oh,
like
that would be nice.
Something like that.
I like that.
Cool. I think CJ is good, but I don't think
he's
CJ
not a point guard.
He's not a point guard.
Yeah.
And CJ is like, he's almost like a worse version of Kyrie to me. Like he doesn't necessarily make his teammates better, but he can get buckets. You know, I think DeJounte Murray is more of a real point guard. And if you play him as a point guard, he can succeed. And I feel like, if he's there with Ingram and Zion, it's like, you don't really have to score.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like DeJounte going there.
I think gives them better perimeter defense as well. They don't really have good guard, I think, defenders other than like Herbert Jones, which he guards everything.
Herb
wild.
Jones.
Yeah, Herb Jones is.
Alvarado's a good defender. Trey Murphy.
Stop the Alvarado stuff, bro.
Where's all the Alvarado hate coming from?
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate
Puerto Rican nigga.
Look, all I'm saying, I like Alvarado.
I'm gonna beat that out because I want to go to Puerto Rico.
I'm Team Alvarado.
Shout out Puerto Rico.
I rock with Alvarado.
Alvarado's a good, fun player. I just think that here's what happened, man. He decided to compare him to Van Vliet. And I said, sir,
come on, man.
Van Vliet and Alvarado are in different worlds. What are we talking about?
That little Puerto Rican nigga.
Alvarado's real. Y'all didn't watch the playoffs when
he got 2 steals.
Nah, bro, he was their go-to scorer when Ingram was on the bench. Like, bro, he was on the court with the rest of the mans, and he's the one scoring the ball. Anyways,
I think your brother's cooking him one-on-one.
Wild. Last but not least, before we move on from the NBA and bring the women back into the podcast, Zach LaVine. He's been talked about all year long.
Yeah.
He's getting the Tyler Hero treatment, honestly, which I think it's pretty funny now. Is like the way the NBA is now is once you go on the trade market, unless you're like Dame or someone like that, everyone just tears you down, And it's like it's like John Collins. John Collins was a 20-point per game scorer, had this like bright future. Everyone was saying goes in the trade market. John Collins sucks.
Yeah.
And same with Tyler Hero, like he's not good enough. I think it's kind of happening to Zach LaVine now. Is there somewhere where you would like to see him that you think that he would be helpful? Because
I know what Amari's going to say.
The Lakers?
No, actually, I don't want him on the Lakers. I don't think he's going to fix that much there.
Okay,
their offense would obviously help, but I'm not,
The team that I would like him on, but I don't think this is realistically going to happen, is the Warriors. I think if the Warriors...
It's not happening.
I don't like the fit. I don't like the fit, man.
I got a better one.
My thing is trading him for Clay. Like, take Clay out, put Zach LaVine in.
What's Chicago gonna do with Clay?
No, but Clay's gonna be a free agent, so that's just they can restart.
I just think the system that Golden State run, I don't think Zach LaVine's like that type of player that can like kind of move off of what Steph does and move off of what Draymond's doing in an effective way.
You don't think he can move without the ball? You're saying?
No, the way they move specifically, like they do a lot of like back screening and stuff like that and cutting and stuff.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sacramento.
I like that. I like that
for who?
Said they're on the restart. I think Barnes is an expiring deal, possibly.
No, Barnes just got an extension in the summer, yeah.
Well, you could do Davion, some other pieces to match up the salary.
Okay. I don't hate that.
I like the fit though. I like that fit.
That's interesting.
Especially because someone as like dynamic beside De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like,
I don't think that they would do that because Keegan Murray is arguably like gonna be better than Zach LaVine in 18 months. And he plays defense right now.
Arguably.
Yeah.
Very arguably.
I mean he's gonna be a better shooter. He already is a better shooter, I think, but
and maybe they trade Herter too. Maybe that makes sense. They put Herter in it. Herter, Mitchell, a pick and do that. But I don't mind. I think Zach LaVine's not gonna get traded. I think he's getting the Tyler Hero treatment. And I think teams are gonna be like, it's not worth it.
I mean, DeMar's expiring. Might as well just get rid of Zach one time. He has 3 years on his deal.
I want to see DeMar go somewhere, but I'm not hearing nothing about that.
Yeah, that's actually the player I want to see moved. You're right, actually.
To the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan there either, but not the Lakers. Okay. Just in general.
Did you see the clip of Kevin Garnett saying Tyus Jones to the Suns?
Tyus Jones to the Suns. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a really good fit.
Yeah. I like
they
that.
need a point guard, man, badly.
Yeah,
I really like that, and I like Tyus Jones in when he was in
Memphis.
Memphis, yeah, I liked him a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
probably the best backup point guard in the NBA last
think
year.
he was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like him over there.
That would be nice. Yeah, I'm interested to see. Listen, by the time everyone hears this, maybe half of these trades have happened.
Maybe.
I got my fingers crossed. We called our shot on at least one. At least one of our fake trades.
That'll be the viral clip.
That
will be
is
the
one
viral
of these
clip.
come to pass. Let me check. Before we move on, let me check one more time if Pascal Siakam got traded. Still developing. Okay, no trade for Pascal.
All right.
Yeah, and then I hope one of these trades happen. One that we mentioned, the Lakers. I don't need the Lakers to do anything, honestly. I just don't think that we're even close to a championship at all in my mind. But I think because it's LeBron and the Lakers, it's like at X 50%, everyone feels like we're closer than we are. I was saying this to DeMar earlier. I said, Jokic cooked Anthony Davis when he was playing the best basketball of his career on defense.
Yeah.
What else could we do? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
you're not wrong, man.
yeah, like what else could we do? He was playing the best basketball of his career on defense, and Jokic turned him into barbecue chicken. Like, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you know, so it's like,
Yeah, it's time for you guys to blow it all up soon.
yeah, so
Very soon. You're right.
that's my thinking. But this is the moment of the show where usually Ralph would bully Omari, but because you got your resolutions to not be bullying Omari no more, let's hear your anime suggestion.
Oh, real quick, do you have anything on the Emmys?
Oh,
Award
actually,
season?
Emmys. Shout out Beef. I was watching that show that won like I think 7 Emmys.
Shout out to Beef on
shout out
Netflix.
Beef. It was actually a really good show. About 3 episodes in, actually, Adrian told me about the main actor. I forgot, Stephen Yun, I believe.
Yeah.
He got accused for he told some weird story on a podcast.
Yeah, he didn't even get accused. He told us.
Yeah, he told a weird story on a podcast about
Recently?
how he no, it was a couple years ago. I think it might have been like 20.
Oh, and they brought it back?
17 or something like that. Yeah. And he said some weird stuff though,
cancel
man.
culture, bro.
Wait. He said he raped a girl.
Whoa.
Yeah, he told a story saying he raped a girl.
Shout out to cancel culture.
And then he was saying that it was a joke.
Exactly.
Which is worse.
Yeah.
So
I was already like halfway through or close to halfway through this series by another point Adriel told me.
And he was a piece of shit in that series.
I was gonna stop, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that kind of
piece of shit in that series.
Yeah, he is a piece of shit in the series. But I watched the rest. It was a good series.
Yeah, Beef is good.
Really, really good series.
Cool. Anything else? Any other shows? Anything caught your eye?
That's it.
Shout outs to The Bear.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I can't remember what episode it was, but I brought up The Bear when it first dropped.
Yeah.
Season 2, amazing again.
Yeah.
Shout outs to I think her name's pronounced Ayo or Io.
Ayo, I think.
Yeah.
But they all won. The 3 of them that got nominated.
Jeremy Allen Wright.
And the next dude to the system. He plays the brother. I forget his name. Not the brother, the cousin. And he wore a suit at the end of the season 2. But you're right. You mentioned The Bear first to me. And then once I watched it, I was like, this is for real. And I'm happy they cleaned up because that's one of the best shows out for sure.
It's very elite, top level show. Shout outs to Ayo.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a lot of things she's doing, man. Very accomplished young black woman. Keep doing what you're doing. Jeremy Allen White, Shameless.
Yeah.
Big show.
Yeah, he came up, eh?
And doing his thing, bro. Doing his thing. He found his niche as the greasy Chicago
100%.
grimy guy that's doing something good.
Yeah.
That was his character in Shameless. That's pretty much his character in The Bear. So shout outs to
That's his
him.
look.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Succession. They obviously won a bunch of awards.
Gotta get into Succession.
I gotta watch that too.
Succession, yeah, it is actually as good as people say it is. Like, but the good thing about Succession is that they ended while they were on top. And for anyone who's watched Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad, any of those shows,
Yes.
Yeah.
there's a part where the show gets to like a peak popularity, and you're kind of like, how is this gonna go? Succession did a great job of that. They didn't drag it out. They said, this is where we're ending. That's just how it's gonna end.
Okay.
Wow.
And it ends not how anyone thought it was gonna end. Let's say that.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch
And
Succession.
everything's actually resolved. Is my point.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
All
I
right.
love that.
So
I love tight
here was
ends.
my thing with Succession really quickly.
Mhm.
I couldn't think about getting into it because it just bothered me. I just felt like it was just a show about that I couldn't relate to. It was about rich white people complaining about rich white people things.
Yeah.
I'm not a rich and I'm not a white man.
I'm not a rich and I'm not a white.
Yeah, so it was hard for me to get my mind into it.
Yeah.
But I watched Beef and those 2 Asian people arguing. So why can't I watch Succession?
I think you'd actually really like Succession because it is definitely rich people arguing. Like some of the shit they do, you're like, this is rich people shit. Like they'll be in an argument, be like, I'm getting on the jet. I'll meet you there. And they both get on jets. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is that, but I think what made it relatable is like this whole family is beefing with their dad because their dad's a dickhead. That's like simple, understandable shit. Like, you know? Okay. So the family dynamics of like, oh, I don't like this cousin. He always wants this. But again, they're rich. So all these family beefs is like, I might make $100 million if I'm cool with Ralph for an extra day.
Okay.
You know? So in a sense, it's like, you can understand. So that won't be our show. We're going to do Normal People. But I would love to hear what both of you guys think about Succession because people are saying it's one of the best shows of all time. I agree with that.
Wow.
And I think it's, you know, one of the few shows that did it properly in terms of ending at the right time.
Dax, how you feel about Succession?
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I mean, I'll probably have to get through Normal People first before I like bring on an extra show into my life.
Yeah.
But once we run that, maybe I'll have to do Succession too. I heard good things too. My wife watched. She said it was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for Normal People, how much episodes are we saying we have to have watched?
How many
next?
episodes are in a season?
I think it's 10. Let me.
And how many episodes are in Succession?
And we record in 2 weeks.
Like
Again, for the people, I would say I think 3 is calm.
Okay.
3 per episode, and then before the season finale, we can all watch it and talk about it. So that's 10 even, right?
Yeah. From the trailer, it looks like it's going to be very emotional. It's going to be one of those shows that makes you think about real life things.
The deep sigh.
So I'm excited to see what it's really like when I actually watch it because with trailers for TV shows, it's a little iffy. Yeah. TV show trailers are always like, what are you really showing me here?
Yeah.
Succession, by the way, 10 episodes a season.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something you could.
And where can you stream it?
Crave.
Cool.
Crave.
Perfect.
So Normal People, 3 episodes. I just want to know from the people watching this on YouTube in the comments, if you've seen Normal People, let us know what you think. If you haven't seen Normal People, watch it with us. I want everyone to join us on this journey of watching Normal People. So we're not spoiling nothing, okay? So 3 episodes is what it is.
Yeah.
Watch it. In the comments, let us know when you've watched it, if you're watching it with us. But we're going to keep everyone updated, and eventually we'll finish it and kind of give like an actual score. I'm trying to avoid all the scores and shit until we're done. Because I want to see how we feel compared to Rotten Tomatoes and all that kind of shit. So
that's true.
You know, I'm trying to avoid all of that as much as I can. And then once we're done, we can have a collective Mayor's Office podcast score for Normal People.
All right, I fuck with it. I will watch Succession, and I'm going to watch Normal People for the people and for us. And we'll get back to it. But while I'm doing that, I'm also going to watch my anime. So I've been watching some new anime. Outside of the normal recommendations, but 2 episodes dropped, probably 3 by the time people listen to it. But this new anime is called Solo Leveling. Been watching that a little bit, so you guys can check that out. It might eventually be on my anime suggestion. I haven't made an opinion on it. It's only been 2 episodes. Don't get at me.
Early.
But something that I've been watching, and one of the greatest animes of all time, in my personal opinion, probably in a lot of people's top 5, Hunter x Hunter.
Great anime.
That's one I'm currently watching. So
watching Hunter x Hunter?
Perfect.
Yeah. Amazing. So Hunter x Hunter, you guys know what arcs are in anime. It's essentially seasons, right? All right, it's a storyline, encompasses 1 season. I would say Hunter x Hunter, if you were to put it up, as what are the top 10 arcs? What are the top 10 seasons in anime? Hunter x Hunter has about 2 in the top 10.
I think the last 2 arcs are definitely like up there. Like it might be well.
I don't know about the very last arc. So the 2 arcs are you're entitled to your own opinion.
It's fair.
But I would do the Chimera Ant arc.
Okay.
Is my favorite anime arc of all time. For any anime fans out there. And the York New City arc is also up there for me. So those are 2 top 10 all-time anime arcs for me. And that goes up there with like the Frieza saga in Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sasuke retrieval in Naruto. There's a lot of good things out there.
I've heard good things about the arcs in Hunter x Hunter, so I'm excited to get there. What you said about the end and how like you wouldn't conclude that, I've heard that a lot. So
it's solid, but it's it's not there.
You confirming that, the people who have told me that are also people who I trust when it comes to anime, like they're tried and tested. You're also one of those people. So all the people who I trust the most with anime have all said the ending.
How far are you in Hunter x Hunter?
I'm like maybe towards the end of the first season. I'm very early.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very early.
Okay. Continue to watch it. You'll enjoy it. I believe it's on Netflix for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I want to watch it. It's also on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
$8.99 for your subscription. But that is my anime suggestion of the week. It is
Crunchyroll,
Hunter
cut the
Hunter.
check. Crunchyroll, cut the check.
Yeah, man.
Every episode, we're giving you new sauce.
I got a question for you, Ralph,
Talk to me.
regarding anime. For somebody who doesn't, you guys know me. I don't really watch anime. But I guess does The Watchmen? Does that count as anime?
No.
No,
No.
I thought that wasn't it animated kind of.
The Watchmen?
The Watchmen. It was like a comic book.
Nah.
No.
All right.
Talk to him like you talked to Amari when he suggested Death
Yeah,
Note.
you should. Yeah, you should. This is probably.
Chris is going to
it's
be
all
sending
good.
me the audio and editing a lot of things. So no, sir, it's not. It's a comic book property.
All right.
They've only made the movie. It's all right. The movie's
right.
good. It's a good adaptation, but it's a little long. So if someone like you that doesn't watch a lot of movies, I probably wouldn't recommend that. There is a show on Crave.
Yeah.
It's a Watchmen show. It comes after the movie. That is a very good show.
Because I was just gonna say, because I've seen Watchmen, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But what would you recommend for someone who doesn't watch anime, never really was into it? What's one where you're like, you know what,
Can you tell me a TV show you like?
you gotta watch that TV show I like a cartoon one?
No, like just a television show you like, and I could give you an anime that has.
I mean, we could just go
similar
like
themes.
Breaking Bad. You know, if you
Breaking
wanna
Bad.
talk
All right,
about
cool.
one.
Something that's character driven, makes you think. That's short and to the point. I would probably recommend for somebody like you, Ranking of Kings is good. It's 10 episodes. The animation is very digestible and the characters are really good.
Okay.
And then outside of that, I would probably go, if you like Breaking Bad, you like to think.
I like that. I like Sopranos. All that stuff.
Okay. I'm thinking right now for you, man, maybe a Death Note. Maybe a Death Note.
Oh, I heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Death Note will make you think a little bit.
All right.
The characters are good. Yeah. Crime type of thing, thriller
Right.
type of vibe. Yeah.
I would love to hear Chris's take on Death Note.
That would be great.
I'll do
actually.
Death Note first then.
Death Note's really fun.
I'll do Death
Yeah,
Note.
watch Death Note. Ranking of Kings is like, you could actually watch that with your wife and she'll get into
Yeah?
anime with
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right,
That's
nice.
my opening anime for people. But
Okay. I like-
Before I forget and we get to non-rap suggestion, I think that at some point we should talk about anime movies. And maybe have like a watch something together and decide, because I think anime movies is very, very hit and miss.
Yeah.
Very, very hit and miss.
hold on. Is this me rapping?
Yes.
Nah, delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. I thought you were just posting on Snap.
You don't want them to hear you
Nah,
rap?
delete that.
Oh my.
Delete that. Kenna, when did you post this? Let me see if it. Nobody watched it.
Nobody
watched.
Cool. I was rapping at the beginning of the podcast.
Nah, people liked it.
you should start every podcast
people liked
like
it?
that.
People liked it, yeah. People were rocking
In
with
less
it.
than a minute?
No, like on my Snapchat, everyone was like, fire. Yeah. Everyone liked it. This guy's getting shy now.
I know, right? It was actually good, bro.
Yeah.
Thought it was good.
Yeah, listen, once you give permission, we'll go viral with that clip. Once you're ready.
You gotta come with the suit and everything. You gotta do the whole camera on remake.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be
I got
hard.
you, bro.
You got to write something for next
You
week.
guys want me to write a 16 for a thing?
Hey, look,
All right,
again, it has to
all
be the
right,
camera on
let's
remake.
16.
But-
He's got to position the cameras, record the, you know.
But
on the lights.
write a Mayor's Office 16. Like,
Yeah.
make it
Oh, for
top
the
of-
pod?
For the pod.
pod.
Like,
Alright.
so Mayor's Office 16.
I'll write a 16. I'll write a 16.
Ooh.
Okay, before we get to non-rap suggestion, I did say earlier in the year, last year, that we're going to take R&B at a non-rap suggestion. Your non-rap suggestion is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
But it is a 100% R&B song.
I got you.
And it has been sampled in hip-hop multiple times.
I got you.
So I think when it comes to,
It put me in a good feeling on the weekend.
it's one of the best songs
Tell
it is a-
ever.
people
it is
what
a
it
great
is
song.
before I say my
Didn't you know Erykah Badu?
It is a great
Alright,
song.
Yeah, great
I'll get
song.
off of it.
song.
All right.
So while you figure that out, I'll go first for non-rap suggestion.
Mhm.
This one, I was listening to this band a little bit, I guess a couple weekends ago, and I knew some of their songs, but I was like, you know what? I all the songs I hear from them I like. Let me dig deep in, and that was Fleetwood Mac. This one is called Gypsy, and I just really like the song. It's very, very groovy, very, very chill, and this was like. I was in a mode this week, and it was like 3 days in a row of like I was listening to all 80s music. Like it was very just all like Michael McDonald and like George. That was like the whole vibe. So this fit into that. Gypsy, Fleetwood Mac. I would guess that people don't have something like this in their playlist because people don't make music like this anymore. So great addition to your playlist is to have a new vibe.
Banger.
That is a banger.
Yeah, Chris, what you got?
I have Elixir by Cherise. I want to say.
What type of vibe is that? What's the?
She's UK soul singer. It's kind of like soul R&B stuff. So I guess it is kind of in the R&B wheel. I know. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, wait till you get over here. But it's cool, man. It's cool. It's a good vibe song. You know, you're cleaning the house. Good Saturday morning track.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
I guess it's kind of in that wheel.
Like that.
Nah,
I
you're
like
good,
that.
man.
Now that rule only applies to Ralph.
Now,
I cheated a couple episodes. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like that's like the first R&B kind of track I put up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it.
Give me one pass.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, for me, I did Pero Negro by Bad Bunny.
Oh.
Pronounce that again.
Pero Negro.
Wow. What is that?
It means Black God, but it's a good track. When I was out in Puerto Rico, with my girl,
On a
not too long
catamaran.
ago. Nah, just we were on the beach, with some drinks and stuff like that.
Some
With a
drinks.
bottle of
Yeah.
Bacardi.
The bottle.
Yeah, man, and was playing some Bad Bunny out there, and yeah, there was some local that came and tried to sell us like some cake, and he just started speaking to us in Spanish because he thought we were Spanish because we were playing.
and
Spanish.
he called you Perro Negro.
That would have been a compliment, I guess, but
Yeah.
no, he did not.
Yeah, maybe that's the episode for the episode. that name of the episode.
It's a good vibe though.
Black God.
Yeah, Perro Negro.
Pero
Black-
Negro.
I like that.
Put Chris's face as the face. for the episode. I like that. Yeah.
Shout out Bad Bunny,
Negro.
man. Yeah, it's a good-
I like
good
that.
track.
That's a good name for the pod. That's a good name for the pod.
I like that. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, I'm gonna go with a little Yachty track off of his Rock album. Is that okay?
Yes.
Oh wow,
Drive
that's
Me
a crazy
Crazy.
pull.
Okay, I like that one.
Wow, that's a fascinating pull right there.
Yeah. I just went to my most recent added to my alternate vibe playlist that I play on Fridays when I'm alone and I'm chilling with just me and a little bit of weed and a little bit of good wine and vibes.
Alone for now.
Anyway, with
Did
intention.
you with intention? Did you see Lil Yachty posted his playlist? Did you see that?
No.
He posted his Spotify like what he's listening to, and everyone's getting at him because all the artists sound just like his album. So everyone's saying that's who he's copying on his album.
Or inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration, copying. You know, the internet likes to get that way, but
Fair.
it was basically all the songs sounded just like the songs on his album.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a creator showcase real quick. My big dog Famzy, pull up here. Where you at? Do you want to just grab the mic from I don't know Mari or Chris or whatever? Get in front of the camera real quick. I don't know if he's.
Yeah. Do you want to just swap sweets quickly?
Love the chaos.
Yeah. There was this brief moment where Amari realized that he wasn't in the frame. And like he's like, where do I go? But I love the progress we've made just as all of us are producers that, had that foresight to say, let's get Famzy in the seat.
Yeah, for sure.
I like how that went down.
Do you want to tell the people who you are? We do a creator showcase where we give a shout outs to local creators, business owners, anybody that's doing their thing within the city. Tell them who you are, where to find you, what you do.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Famzy. I'm a photographer and spraying music lover anime. So if you guys need photos, just hit me up in a DM. Famzy Marvelous at Purple X Matter. And yeah, I have to say.
That turned on his smooth voice for the
Grand
like,
Rising.
Yeah. Guy said, my name is
Oh,
Famzy.
you can't tell the people my secrets like that, man.
I apologize.
But Famzy's the truth. Famzy has been a photographer for Soul Series, for every single Soul Series, part of the Soul Series family. So all the people who've been to Soul Series, seen those pictures, those are Famzy's pictures right there. So
Famzy was making Adriel look so clean in those Soul Series pictures. I said, yo, you got to pull up to the podcast.
Ralph said there's no way Adriel was clean.
Come on.
It has to be Famzy.
Come on, man. But yeah, shout outs to you, bro. Famzy took a few pictures from behind the scenes for this episode, so hopefully you guys get a chance to check that out soon. I called up Famzy. My birthday is around the corner. I want to take a couple pictures for my birthday, you know what I'm saying? Drop a couple, Yeah. A couple nyamins.
A couple nyamins.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout outs to Famzy real quick. Appreciate you. Mari, let's close the pod real quick.
You got to make that one of your captions when you drop some of these pictures.
Let's say nyamins.
It's like, I'm dropping these with intention.
Flex matter.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But shout outs to you guys, the listeners. We went a little bit longer than usual, but it's the first episode of the new year, so some things are a given. Omari's back. We're in a new space. I hope everybody likes the spot because we're gonna be here for at least 3 years. We signed a lease. We're not going anywhere.
Yep.
I will be in my mid-30s by the time we leave this place. Chris will be pushing 40.
Yo, my kid might be working here. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
shout outs to
I
you
might have a
guys.
kid for his kid to play with.
Hey, let's go, dude.
Yo, that's a whole other pod.
That's crazy. But episode 46 for the people, you guys know what it is. We appreciate you. You guys listen to us. Please refer us to a friend. Adriel's the best at closing the pods. I'm okay, so I'm gonna pass it to him.
Thank you for listening. Of course, follow us on the interwebs at The Mayor Media. And we have the own podcast Instagram, right?
Yeah, the Mayor's Office Pod. Yeah.
Follow us on the Mayor's Office Pod. We have our own podcast, independent now. We left the label, okay? The Mayor's Office Pod. Find us on YouTube at The Mayor Media. Of course, cancel, bring back bullying, know yourself. Anyway.
All right.
That was good.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
Amazing episode.
That was a good one.
A lot of